you today? Good? Terrific? It's so good to see you here today. So you're old and a little scary, ready to terrify you like you would imagine. And have we got terror for you this week? Have we got terror for you this week? Your feature this week is Monstrosity. It's a very disturbing film this time. It started around this mad scientist. He believes that he can reanimate the dead, putting living brains into dead bodies and reanimating them. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. He just has to fall in love with some crazy rich lady who wants to live again in a more younger body. Some crazy miserly rich lady who wants to live again in a more younger body. You know what I mean? It's a very disturbing movie. Oh, you get the idea. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Monstrosity.
Mutilated bodies, transplanting human skin, eyes, limbs, even vital organs. Is the next step the transplantation of the human brain? Many scientists answer yes, but they pause and add a grim warning. For in the ancient folk legends, tales are told of blood-sucking vampires, crawling out of graves to live on the bodies of helpless victims. Is man now doomed to produce a race of ever-living monstrosities, worse than the vampires of legend? Will ruthless men and women of great wealth and power greedily buy or steal the living bodies of the young and beautiful, so their brains may live on forever? Such questions may seem fanciful, but at this very moment, scientists are working on the answers to brain transplantation, and human bodies are used. This girl was buried in a nearby cemetery yesterday. Only a few hours ago, her body was stolen. By Dr. Otto Frank, and brought to this hidden laboratory. He has grafted a living animal's brain into this newly dead body. If the experiment works, the next step will be the transplantation of a human brain. The brain cells are being reactivated by an atomic fission produced in the cyclotron. Has he found the way to outwit death? Or has he created another? Deep below, Dr. Frank takes the chance of smashing his way into a newly sealed vault. His experiments cannot continue without another body. The watchman's mind was not on body snatchers, just his usual nip. Inside the vault, the body waits. This is one of the the doctor's mistakes, a monstrosity, an animal's brain grafted to a human body. Leaving the dead watchman, the monstrosity carried the girl's body out of the vault. It fears and obeys one master, Dr. Frank. Here beneath the old mansion, the doctor carefully prepared for another transplant. This body had been in the vault for only a few hours. Chances seemed better this time. Still, Dr. Frank was doubtful. Tissue in dead bodies deteriorates rapidly. Where were the live, fresh bodies he'd been promised? He bitterly resents that every step forward depends on the whim of a miserly old woman brooding upstairs in her bedroom. And Hetty March wonders. Has she been a fool, squandering money on this strange experiment? Money hoarded through a long, greedy lifetime, each day more money, each day death getting closer. Ah, but to start life again in a brand new body, beautiful and young, no price can be too high for that. Can she really trust the doctor? Can she really trust anyone? Hasn't everyone tried to cheat her? Wanting her money while they smiled at her ugliness? But they never got a penny. Oh, how she made them sweat. Especially this old fool, companion and gigolo. How many years she's kept him dangling on promises. Well, sometimes it's convenient to have a man, especially when he comes cheaper than servants.
That's the Austrian girl?
Lionel Rhodes, 18, no family, pleasing personality, whatever that might mean. Thick ankles, pimply face, but she always smiles when she's spoken to, very likely.
Well, application forms for a servant girl don't usually include bust, waist, and hip measurements. All three will be here tomorrow, and then you can choose.
Greenhaven Cemetery, the body snatchers brutally murdered night watchman Robert Payne, 62, who evidently interrupted his killers during their ghoulish task. His neck was broken. The imprint of a huge pair of hands was found on his throat. It's the opinion of the police that the same gang that has previously...
Ring for Dr. Frank. So that's what he was doing.
Hocus pocus, Eddie.
The doctor transplanted a brain from a live dog to a dead human body. You saw the creature walk out of that cylinder alive.
How many failures since then? Still, it's your money. The bodies must be fresh. This specimen is excellent.
And the police are looking for the body statue.
Why the local cemetery, Doctor? Are you trying to blaze a trail to our door?
The final test was essential for your protection. As for the police, if they come here, I hit this switch, a nuclear reaction is set off. Close the circuit breaker, and in a matter of minutes, this house and any evidence it might contain becomes a radioactive hole in the ground.
Be careful.
We can wait for that until after your operation.
Well, nothing must go wrong. There's no sign of life.
Watch. Lacks but one thing. The brain. Hans was still living when he was dragged from that wrecked car. That's why we succeeded with the transplant.
She seems alive.
She is, to a limited extent. She'll be able to move around, but the brain deterioration is too extensive for thought processes.
Sykes, pardon me, but how far is Hollywood from here? All right, let's see. 16 kilometers, about 10 miles. Which way? That way. Are you going to Hollywood? No such luck. I'm what's known as a born domestic. The next 12 months, I'll be scrubbing floors and making beds. But when my time's up, Hollywood will look out. That's strange. A foreign domestic agency paid my passage, too. I'm from Vienna, Austria. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I'm from England. No. Is this your first trip? Yes. I'm awfully excited.
Por favor. I know speak English very good.
Are you going to work for Mrs. March, too? This sounds like a sister act. You, too?
Nina Road?
Yes, sir.
Anita Gonzalez? Beatrice Mullins, eh?
That's right. Are you Mr. March?
No, I work for Mrs. March. Alone.
3 new bodies, fresh, live, young bodies. No families or friends within thousands of miles, no one to ask embarrassing questions when they disappear. Victor wondered which one Mrs. March would pick, the little Mexican, the girl from Vienna, or the buxom blonde. Victor knew his pick, but he still felt uneasy. Making love to an 80-year-old woman in the body of a 20-year-old girl, it's insanity. Still, Hetty's plan to transfer her fortune to the new body had been brilliant. Unpleasant to think of what was going to happen to these girls, but a man has to consider his own future. What would happen to him if Hetty were to cast him off after all these years?
Warm welcome they hang out.
Well, there's your new home, girls.
Gives me the shivers. Aren't there any neighbors?
No.
Are there any other servants?
No, but I don't think you're going to find it boring.
What a jolly little place this is. What was that?
No one's to leave this house without permission. Now, hurry along. Hurry up. Now, go.
Luggage. Turn round. Slowly. Get the doctor. Get the doctor.
As with the other bodies stolen from cemeteries, the nerve endings of the brain were too far gone to receive a proper transplant. The experiment had failed to produce anything more than a walking, breathing, zombie-like creature. But the doctor permitted her to wander about the laboratory. She was quite harmless and, at times, even amusing.
Charming, isn't she? Did you want something?
Mrs. March is waiting for you. The girls have arrived. She doesn't have a brain. Like the advantages.
I want them examined immediately.
Very well. This way.
Victor, the doctor can conduct the examination perfectly. What an old spoiled sport I am. Have you disconnected the phone? Can't I depend on you for anything? Won't it be nice when those girls start calling police, employment agencies, immigration authorities, consulates?
There will be no phone calls.
Idiot. She's useless.
There is one more test I should make.
Do anything you want with her. The other two?
Perfect medical specimens. All right, Anita. Get dressed now and wait for the others.
Mrs. March, I am now giving you notice. I do not care to work in this house any longer. I demand that...
You have signed an agreement. If you have any objection, you will discuss them with the immigration authorities as provided for in your papers.
But, Mrs. March...
Later. Stand up, my dear.
I got the same measurements as Marilyn Monroe.
The lucky girl.
Yeah?
Allow me to be the first to offer congratulations. To both of you.
For me?
Come on. Come on. Your room is in the basement, Anita. Nina, your room is upstairs, right across from the top of the stairs. I'll have to show you.
I think it will be lonesome down there.
Nonsense. You'll be all right. Go on.
Gracias. Thank you. ¿Quién es? Who is it? Are you sure she's not in her room?
Yes. Victor left a little while ago. Maybe she went with him. She didn't get out of this prison without permission, that's for sure.
Yes. But she would have said goodbye.
Why should she? We only met her yesterday. I don't blame her for not wanting to sleep in the basement. It's funny, though. Mrs. March wouldn't even listen when I asked to be dismissed. This house gives me the creeps.
She doesn't even have any uniforms for us.
See, what in the world do you think you're doing?
You told us last night to clean and polish in here.
Look at your hands. That will leave a stain on them. Now, don't argue. Go in and wash them immediately. You can put the things away after Nina cleans them.
Mrs. March, where is Anita?
Anita? Oh. She left. Last night.
I would like to give notice, too.
I will discuss it with you another time. Nina! Nina! Come here this instant!
Yes, Mrs. March?
Your name is Nina.
But Mrs. March, she's got polish all over her hands, and I'm not doing anything.
I don't want you running up and down stairs. Those pretty legs of yours will get ugly muscles. Send Nina to me.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be in my room.
Bee, come with me. I want to show you something. Anita wouldn't leave without taking her clothes.
I think we'd better get out of there, fast.
Bee, I'd hate to go if she's still here.
You go now if you go with me.
This hinge is loose. Help me.
One last experiment before Dr. Frank would be ready. But this was the most critical of all the experiments. For the first time, The grafting operation would be performed on a living human body, and the brain would come from the doctor's favorite cat. Anita was ready.
It's me, Nina.
What about your clothes?
Never mind. Let's go. Bee, she almost saw us. Let's wait a while to make sure we won't run into her.